Am I live? I might be live. Hello, guys. Long time no see. Yes, I am. Okay. Um, Sorry it's been a while. A lot going on. Of course, the holidays are coming. And I actually tried to get on a couple of times to no avail. One time for a very good reason. I got to hang out with Mo Reese and his gang. I really respect him. And now his friends. Oh, yay, things are going right at least. You did that a little too straight for me. I should have done it with camouflage. I'm wearing a little camouflage. This actually says New York. Man, if I didn't have anxiety, I probably would have ran. I probably would have gone back. I'm still legally a New Yorker. I probably would have gone back home. Oh, but then again, that's interfering with the plan, which I hope people are waking up to. Okay, I think I got that done. It's not easy being cheesy. I don't even think anybody's going to stop in tonight, and that's fine, but I do have some things I want to get on record on the video. So here I go again on my own. Down the open road. No, how's it going? How's it going down the open road I've ever known? Like a drifter, I was born to walk alone, but I've made up my mind. TDS is no more time. Here we go again. Oh, we could do something with that. TDS, there is no more time. I had it in my head for a second. Can't do 50 things at once. Well, women are actually better at multitasking. It's a fact. Men are better at concentrating on one thing. Same with the subject. Men are better at one-on-one subjects when women can listen to a ton of different things and pick them up. And if you know this, women, you should use it. That's why I'm pretty good at networking. I just, well, look at those two might connect and that might connect. And of course, I can't do it for myself all the time, but okay. Hold on one second, though. Yeah. Yes. I usually don't sit up straight. In fact, I don't like it at all. I have to do my Indian position. Fucking 49, I can't. But I have my pillow. Ugh. It's a my pillow. I see it. And it's a my pillow. And I think it was midnight blue. I would call it phthalo blue. Phthalo. Oh wow, it's been a long time since I've said that. Phthaloxacine. Can't even remember the word. It's been so long. It's phthalo green and phthalo blue, which is a metal, probably on the chart. Let's see if there's anybody with me. Hi, there's one or two of you. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. We'll figure out that CDS song, won't we? Here we go again. Actually, that's a good one to share. Let me see if I could find it first. I have like more to share, but actually I just wanted to get back in the swing of things because it's been so long. I don't have anything set. I tried to ask a few people to come on tonight. Um, Dana being one of them, And I know last week he was working till 10 p.m., which is 1 a.m. It's just a little difficult. But Dana would be the one. Mama Helen, when she's up to it, she's always welcome on. I wonder if she's playing with her little gift right now. Let me see. Give me a second, guys. At least I have my coffee. Me coffee. Here I go again. No more tedious, right? I mean, come on. Oh, God bless coffee. All right, here it is. I just created this and I don't know if people get it. Oh, this only got 2 likes, but then what is it, like 12 in the morning? I have no clue. My internal clock has no rhyme or reason. Okay. Come here. Come here. Thank you. Come again. So there's a couple of ways I should share the other way like everybody else does. I don't like it where I'm not in a little box of my own. I could actually be standing in front of my you can't Zoom lets you do a lot of stuff. Zoom is incredible and it's worth the money. I'm just saying. I'm just saying for the yearly price, it's worth the money. If you have friends and relatives that you like to keep in touch with, yeah. So yeah, I hope you guys can see. Let me see if you guys can see this because I have nobody to help me. But this is okay. Well, there is a couple people in the chat. Hello. Good evening, my friends. My turnips and pineapples and potatoes and such. Oh, good, you're seeing it. So we all know how it used to be. There used to be the black sheep of the family, right? And I'm beginning to think that the people that think mega or even middle mega or a quarter mega are those black sheep. But now, not no longer. We are changing it up. And as this little black lamb says, Mega got down. He got serious, Mega. We got old. And I'm, please, please, I am not a racist person. This is just an obvious old pun about being the black sheep of the family. Because, that would be the go-to with some people. I can't believe it only has two. Well, maybe some people don't get it. And that's what I like. Why be the same? We are not the same. We are not the same, guys. Got to think outside the box. No one has divided our country more than these three men. Now, guys, you know, and we should always say it. Michelle is a he. Because they lied. I'm not saying there couldn't have been a transvestite or gay couple as president, but you have something to hide. They did. They had a different agenda, didn't they? That's why they hid it. You see how my fingers go naturally? They had a different agenda. Doing a Melania Wonderland. I just thought that was sweet. Like, do you see there's a ballerina in the back there? To me, it's I have to say it looks almost real, but you never know in the White House. But why would they put that there? So I'm gonna guess it's real because they used to have, they do, they have like bands play and the orchestras play and they have the Cub Scouts sing. They always have something there for Christmas, little drummer boys or whatnot, a little play or something. Hold on, I'm a coming. I'm a coming. These are the two that oh, look at the babies. Look at the babies, guys. Just, oh, it's just babies. You just want to hold them and love them and hug them. Call him George. I've been saying that a lot lately, but So it's funny, some people in the comments said 3 weeks, some said, listen, guys, you can't imagine meeting me. You can't, I am solid, powerful. And I'm not trying to pat myself on the back. People have always told me this. That's the Brooklyn, that's the New York. You want to fuck around with Mama Helen? You go ahead. She ain't fucking around with you. You think, listen to me. You see, it's coming out. I love New York. The way I grew up, my father used to bring us to Barnes and Nobles after church every Sunday. Well, mostly. There was things in the this was St. Nicholas. It was a Ukrainian, English, I think Latin, Spanish. They did a lot of things, but it was Ukrainian church. St. Nicholas is a Ukrainian name. It's Ukrainian for some reason. Must be a village in the old country. I don't know. But they used to have functions too. But that was our, or we go to off-Broadway plays. But then of course Dad was an English teacher, so that's the shit we did. But even as kids, we used to do that on our own. I used to go with my friends to Manhattan, and then when I got a little older, I met worse people. You wouldn't believe. Am I gonna say honestly, when I was 14, I didn't hang out with skinheads? I wouldn't lie. I did. I did. I had friends that had friends, and we did. And was I happy about it? No. And did I tell some of them off? I surely fucking did. They overstepped a few of my bounds. You know, and they were not from New York, by the way. In fact, I think some of them might have been British, meeting other people. I don't remember quite. It was so long ago. I don't know, 35 years ago. But what I'm trying to say here is that there is no way this man is going. I mean, I don't know what Trump people, I have heard different things. People are upset with Trump. Let him walk, let this man Dami walk all over him. And then I hear from other people that Trump got away with it, put him in his place. I don't know. I don't watch the news. I could care less. It's all an act. This guy's an actor. This guy is not 34. Well, maybe. I don't know. There's something a little older about him. Was he 33, 34? I don't know. I don't. Yeah, this one. She's another. I mean, she's probably gone, guys. She's probably arrested or dead or in Gitmo. It depends what she did. What's her name? Cameron McGowan Curie. And she's the one that dismissed Comey and Letitia James. Why? Is it because you were appointed by Bill Clinton? Let's get this out of the way. The Bushes are gone, the Clintons are gone, the Obamas are gone, the Pelosi's are gone, the Oprahs, the Rocks, the Tom Hankses, the Shares. This Ozempic, I couldn't believe it. Mama Helen was right. She had told me the person on Wheel of Fortune hosting now, because Pat Sajak was a true vet and a true American. He left the show, but retired. But it was Ryan Seacrest. And I'm like, no, no, no. What are you talking about? What are you? Oh, yeah, he got old. We figure out, and Helen was right. Mama Helen's always right, man. 90% of the time she's got it with more. 99%, I'll say. And she's like, no, it's him. And then coming to find out these people are taking Ozempic. No, this is part of the play. This is part of the plan. I mean, I don't know how else to say it, but they don't have their adrenochrome, right? Now, we actually already, conspiracists know this. We have seen it. We have witnessed it, been there. We've seen it in people like Johnny Depp and Celine Dion. And I mean, we've seen it all over the place, right? We know what we're talking about. It is time to wake up those. when they come out and say that, because we know, for example, Michelle Obama is gone. We know they killed him. Let's talk right. I hear my husband wonder if he's opening the door. Might be a little warm in here now. So if they killed him, who's sitting there? And why is it trying to lose weight? Is it trying to show us something that we didn't see because they had to take some people in like that to be hanged? Well, they were either shot or given a shot. They were shot or given a shot. Shot in the back of the head or given shot. Good evening, guys. I don't know who's watching, but good evening. Thank you for stopping in. Um, I'm sorry it's just me alone, but let's get to this real quick. This is gonna be, I'm hoping this be a short live. I have tons of videos to share. Some of them I probably will go over since I think I have most of them queued. Giggles. I'm just outrageous lately. I'm like all over the place. I'm trying to learn what I can from everybody I can, and it is those bits of information that you collect from people. I love Mega. You see, when I went to the rally, was it in 2019? I went by myself. My husband had no fear at all. Oh, pfft, she's going to Mega rally. Are you kidding? She's going to be around friends, equals, people that love, that want peace. That's how it is. I dropped my guard. I left my purse on the chair, got up screaming. There's people of color, accents. The guy next to me ate something with kielbasa or kobanosi or kielbasa, depending what region you come from. But he stank of it, but but I had no fear. And it's different. It's different when like I was pretty new to this neighborhood. In fact, it was pretty much when I moved into Jacksonville. And this is Cecil Airport or Cecil Military, the air base. And I think I just didn't even think twice about it. And this was in the beginning of COVID. And my brother thought I was absolutely nuts not wearing a mask. There was only a handful. The people behind Trump had all masks on that you could see on the TV. Nobody else did. One or two people, you could see people that had, like a woman in a wheelchair had a mask on. I'm not even kidding. People complimented my shirt, which Mama Helen gave me, which is the Punisher with Trump's hairdo. And I wonder, a few people did, and I wonder if they actually knew what it meant. I am a conspiracist all the way, right, Mama Helen? She knows. All right, so this is true. I love Ryan. He is absolutely right on so many points. Sharia law has no place in Michigan, it has no place in Texas, and it has zero place anywhere in the United States. We follow the US Constitution, period. Something that says a law coming from a different country does not sneak in here under any. Well, I'll explain in a second. Listen to this. This guy says, Eugene Malkovich? Are you serious? It's Polish? Maybe, I don't know. Sharia law is body of religious law. We have religious freedom in the United States. No, 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 no. It's disguised, as I might have said it. No, it is policy. It's policy. There's ways you must live. That's Sharia law. And in parts of it says you must kill infidels. People that don't believe like you do. But that's a law. And not only is that against our Constitution, that's against Christ. And we'll get into that in a minute too. And it was created that way so they can infiltrate societies as they have done in the Middle East. That's what they always have done. You had Hindu and Buddhists and even the Pakistan. I mean, they were just such beautiful. Their dresses and that they're peaceful and their nature and the way they observed. They were almost like Native Americans, the way they observed and respected nature and their fellow man and stuff. It was just like, and then in came the Muslims. Somebody created Muslims because we know that this book, well, first of all, we know that you shouldn't be anywhere near. All right, let me start over. I'm not going to go into the Quran right now, actually. Um, we should though. There are some things. There's a couple of ways to look at the Quran, right? Sharia law is one of them. Do all Muslims believe in it? Absolutely not. And there's a difference between Arabs and Muslims, people from the Middle East and Muslims. First of all, you got people in the Middle East that are Christians that are being like sacrificed daily. I don't know why anybody would vote for that here. I mean, infidels that, are gay, which like liberals actually stand up for here, will be suicided over there because that's part of Sharia law. All right. And then most people don't follow that. Most Muslims do not follow Sharia law like that. How do I know? I lived amongst them for 20 something years. Did it get worse? Yes. Yes. You walked along the streets of Brooklyn. Right before I left, it started getting pretty worse and worse and worse, I'd say. Respectfully, the way that people think of the Muslim religion, where the shoes were left outside. I did not witness anybody praying on carpets outside, but I will tell you something. These people are not hiding guns in those naked garbs of theirs. It is very easy at a certain time of day when they're praying on their rugs to go and overtake them. New York, if you're so scared. And I'm not trying to be a wise ass. I'm not trying to cause riots. Please. This is a satire and, entertainment purposes only. Whatever you want to say it. No, I won't even say that. Fuck you, you two. It's it's the truth. Don't be afraid. What do you think? The women, what they wear, and their carriages and strollers, maybe, maybe. They don't sit at prayer like the men do they? But I don't think they show themselves at that time either. I don't know. I can't explain to you how close Borough Hall is to Bay Ridge, where I grew up, which is now, I'd say 70% Muslim. I had to have to say, yeah, 70% Muslim, easily. My brother still lives there. My sister-in-law still lives there. A lot of my friends and they still live there. But it has to be like 60, 70% Muslim. You got the halal shops popping up, but you still have your churches going. I honestly, and like Borough Hall, a mile away, walking distance. I used to walk there. You got the Hasidic Jews. So if you guys are afraid, I'm more afraid of communism. I really am more afraid of the communism because something like this gets people mad. Religion really sparks up a lot of, but they're surpassing the communism, the social democrats, because that's what they all are. Whoever put the Muslims into play, they've always been in play. I would, but do you think that they have, I mean, aren't we all similar? Don't we all have like this certain DNA? How are we so different? Religion makes us that different. or law, I understand. We have law. We have the best law. And Trump is trying to get it into practice and teach us at the same time. I was just telling someone earlier, I think when we started blowing up vessels, the drug vessels from Venezuela, we must have finished through maritime law. It only makes sense because now and that's why it's the Gulf of America. Oh, God bless you, Trump. I mean, and all Q and all the Army and Navy and Marines and God, all of you guys that are helping. Of course, our Air Force. Can you guys see that? Janice, Sister Jan, she made me 3 bracelets. She made me an Afghan. That's as tall as she is. Should I tell them, Jan? I don't. Jan's not watching. Jan's probably sleeping and be up like 4 or 5 in the morning, like I usually am. And she sent me these beautiful cards that her artist friend makes a painting of first, and when she sells it, she makes them into cards. Like she takes a photograph and makes them into cards, and they're stunning. I love, I love art. I love it. I don't know which I love. I love our country. Oh, I think the country got it beat. But you see, a lot of things I do is artistic or autistic. I don't know. Breaking! The DOJ just announced it's launching a brand new office dedicated to enforcing Americans' constitutional right to keep and bear arms. Thank you, Ryan. Very interesting. Of course, a couple hours back, but okay. So, do we understand the Sharia law bit? Do we understand that's what they use to get in here? Oh, this was another one. I should have shared this. Shoot. All right, next time though. But all right, well, I could say it out. I could say it orally. 10,874 people killed by drunk drivers in 2018. I don't know where I got this from, but it's interesting. 403 by rifles. Walmart stopped selling rifles. They still sell alcohol. Do we see the hypocriticism? The hypocritical thinking. There you go, Carolyn. Say it like that. It always is. Alcohol is a poison, guys, and I think that the whole prohibition thing was actually probably smart, but I don't think was done by the good guys. That's the whole point right now. Who are the good and who are the bad, right? Um, if you're part of the good, if you are part of the good, 'cause the people that are part of the bad, most of them don't even know that they are. They don't know it. They're so MK Ultra and whatever else, indoctrinated. And it might be why we need help from other countries. Other countries are not as indoctrinated as our US students, our Ivy League students even. You got the handful of skull and crossbones, right? They're in on it. They got a freeway, they're paved to become a Anderson Cooper or, Joy Reid or something like that. And then you have these regular people that unwillingly are doing what the school, the institution, the higher ups are telling them to do. It's a big mess, but you see, the vetting is different. I don't care if there's Arabs in this country. Are you kidding me? Hello? I've seen them eat meat and drink alcohol. And I mean meat, I mean pork. Because some of them don't care. They like America. I can't explain that enough. And I actually had an indifference with my neighbor. I'm very upset because she's a very intelligent woman. But it seems to be the religious people that I can't seem, and I hate to say it that way because there's plenty, I mean, Dana, Mama Helen, and myself. I have become very religious, very accepting of God and Jesus more than I ever have in my life. But at least I went through that afterwards. The naivety was never there about people. The people is the individual. You must know the individual, and to know that, you must vet. And if you want to live in this country, you're going to be vetted the way we want you to be vetted. Period. There's no question. That being said, we all have a huge part to play. You might think you're the smallest pea, but you might have said something that alerted something to somebody else that made it light bulb go up, that connected something, and there you go. It just fit the. You never know. You might be a wholesome mama, and that's all you have time to do is raise the three kids, the two triplets, whatever you gotta do. And that one triplet might or twin might become president. You know, every single person is important, and it's important to find out where they fit. That's one thing we never did. And I believe that Trump is going to help with those vocational schools and online schooling. Believe me, 9, 10 months in, this is just the beginning. I am surprised we're not going to get the 2 grand until next year, but I mean, next year is only a couple of months, so I really thought it would be, but then a lot of things get paid out by the end of December, so maybe they want to see by the end of the year, right? And then they want to see what's left over. So I may have been a little quick on my judgment thinking it'd be for the holidays. It's so what? Christmas every day. In fact, I told a friend today, she's like, "Oh, I probably said happy birthday to you, but I didn't come on and say it personally." I love her, by the way. She's Jewish. For those that no, I haven't been called anti-Semitic on the here at least, but I have been called anti-Semitic on other places now. And I said to her, birthdays are a hallmark moment. Our love surpasses that. It is platonic love, don't get me wrong. She's married and has kids, and I'm married and well, I have stepkids and furry kids, so um I will show that Afghan later. Oh my God, I love the red bracelet too. And I don't wear too much jewelry, but I it's a part of Jan, you know? It's a part of Jan. Um, I never lose a part of anybody, really. I try not to. So, like I said, you think you're not doing it, or you think you need to do more. You are. We're in a big divine plan, if you want to say it's from God, right? God's divine plan. Well, what if we helped him with this? I called him him. I don't, God is not a him to me. I'm sorry, but it's God, right? But what if we helped divine and we all picked our lives for a reason? Now we don't have the best lives, or some of us died too young, or we have children that died too young, or something. But there might be something else. I always thought I was nuts, man. I still think I'm somewhat nuts, but I know this is the whole reason. And I might make a very tiny difference, but hey, it's the difference that I'm supposed to do. So just don't stop is all I'm saying. I'm very free. Um, Most people are not as free as I. I didn't grow up in a poor household. It wasn't like we weren't rich, but we had good means and um I had a lot of freedom. My parents really supported my artwork. I mean, but then I showed in return what I could do with it. So it was a mutual, they were happy for me and they loved art. So, and the politics, I was always into politics. I stopped there for a while I was bartending, but not really because I had some good back and forths with people. And I never vote. I did vote for Obama the second time, didn't I? Because I really hated Kerry. It's the religion. You see, we didn't know Obama was Muslim, and I didn't know at that time that Michelle was a man yet. It was like 2 years later that I started figuring out there was something wrong with her. I thought there was something wrong with her. It didn't necessarily cross my mind there was a man. I was like, wow, it's weird. She big for, you know. I was always a gymnast. I was, always exercising. I never got like that, even though I'm not that tall, but still. And of course, you could tell now. We have MTG, we had Bill Barr, Pence, Matt Gates, DeSantis. Where'd Matt Gates go, huh? I don't even see him at all. Like in any feeds or shares that I get, I never see Matt Gates. In fact, I see more regular people now, which is wonderful. I love just like us good old citizens of the the United States. What could be better, right? If you can't get over like these people, then you're not gonna get over the P. Diddy and Epstein types. And that's including Mega. Do do we understand that? Am I making sense? I never, MTG just finished her job. Charlie Kirk finished his job. It's done. It's, I mean, Melania literally came out in this beautiful fitted green gown dress, like a leather, like a frog, like Pepe. Green, right? Mama Helen points it out. Green means to go. Green is the color of Pepe. Green, leatherish, is a frog. You know, that kind of almost reptilian. Frogs aren't, well, they are too, but I could see it, right? And then Greene, Marjorie Taylor Greene, resigns in a day or two later because we're done. I think we're done. I think we're done. I don't know when it's going to happen. It is happening slowly. It's just hard to see. Going back to the Ozempic, it's not Ozempic, it's the lack of the adrenochrome. We have to see it, even though we know it's already done, conspiracists, people still have to see it from themselves. And they're going to blame it on Ozempic. Oh, who was it? Was it Rick? Well, I was um, in the chat with Maurice and his friends were RC Rich and John. And I want to thank them for their service again, John and RC. RC, right? And I think it was Rich, though, that said that he was bringing his girlfriend to Def Leppard. It's their like last dance, last tour or something. I don't follow much of anybody. I follow a lot of everything. I'm eclectic. I don't really, I mean, heavy metal more and folk more, but I like everything. Ask me a name or a song or something, I'd be terrible. I'm just terrible that way. But for those of you that didn't know, I think it's either their last tour or even their last show. I don't know. He also said that what did he say? Oh, I hope I write. Sometimes I have to write stuff down because like I went like I'm almost a month not going live. But I was talking to RC and um Maurice the other just like what a night and a half. I don't even know because it was like in the middle of the night, like 2, 3 in the morning. God help me. I have the weirdest hours. But I think RC, I had to ask him because he was Spanish. He was also a vet. John was a vet from Hawaii. Thank you for your service. But I had to ask him it's because he's in New York. He kept saying, of course she doesn't speak Spanish AOC because of the area she's from. Nah, nah, you don't have a grandma like that and not no. No, 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 no. But I asked him straight out, for those of you that have heard me say it a billion times, AOC is not Spanish. She never fooled me for an effing second. The girl doesn't speak, and as RC, who was a Spanish man, I believe he said he was Puerto Rican. I'm not sure. Don't hold me to that. He said that he has never heard a lick of Spanish. That's the way he said it from AOC. Why? Because I grew up with Spanish people. Like even Spanish people that are like mostly white. There are black people that have white traits. This is not, oh no, that doesn't mean they're Uncle Toms, you idiots. It just means that they grew up differently. Who the fuck is? You want everybody to grow up in the fucking projects and we'd have nothing done. Stupids. Anyhow, and that isn't a race thing. Believe me, I know people, white people in the projects, probably deceased by now. But I'm just saying, like that, she's an actress. She always has been. In fact, I believe the first one because she's not the same girl. She's changed about like 7, 8 years ago, I think. Um, was Huma Aberdeen's daughter or related to her niece. Somebody maybe Dwayne might have told me that. I'm not sure, but Dwayne, what's up in a long time? Um, he might have mentioned it, and I went with it. I'm looking, I'm like, she never speaks Spanish, so it kind of goes along with what I'm thinking. Because she's what, Turkish or something? She's from the Middle East somewhere. And see how white she is? The dark hair. I mean, I had a neighbor here. She was Christian. She was from Egypt, and she was white, very white, like my white. Was sitting out there tanning. I wonder if they're going to find cheating in New York because it's unlikely that people didn't go out and vote. Just very unlikely. Oh man, I meant to look up the Bob Ross thing. Okay, I'm going to do that for the next time. Um, People are being connected intentionally. People are coming across things intentionally. This is my last thing, by the way. I hope I didn't bore anybody tonight. Oh, right. I also wanted to talk about Disney and Giselle, Ghislaine Maxwell. because people keep bringing up that she had a subway license, subway, a submarine. Somebody must have said, I knew she had a helicopter, but somebody must have put out a post because I've heard it from a couple of different places, and I'm surprised in one of the places I heard it from. But we won't get into that right now because there's a part about Disney with that I don't want to go into right now. Um, Things are going to come up. Do not ignore what pops up on your phones, on your TVs, commercials, videos. I'm not talking about your close friends. Maybe they have something too to offer, but I hope I always have something to offer you guys. I hope I do. Um, the AI is out there working for you. The AI has so much as talked to me and my friends. They will tell you. They will tell you. It's ridiculous how it's doing it, but there it is. And it's a new technology. So am I going to understand it right away? No. Is anybody? No, except for the people who created it and let it out and is letting it out. But I'll tell you something. This is military controlled because again, we would be in big effing trouble. Just like if Biden was in office, we would have been communist. I don't understand how people do not see this. Do you think communism doesn't happen overnight? It happens overnight. Look at New York. That's what they're trying to teach you. Sorry. It's not, it's, you see, like, I just regurgitate what I'm learning. You know, I just have a lot of different connections and I'm trying to get it all into one. And it's really hard to wrap into one because, but I seem to be right because I'm getting other people that are waking up. Um, they probably don't even know conspiracies like I do, and they're just seeing things. And I love it. Thank you, people. Just look. What's the difference between Ozempic and adrenochrome? I don't know. But okay, so you got 30 years of smartphones, and believe me, the shit's been out before this. CGI, I think CGI was out a long time ago. And I also think CGI was physical. So I think CGI has a lot to play in our weather, like the HARP, HAARP, or is it HRRP? HAARP. Um, but now the good guys have control of it. And I would imagine like even Starlink and all this, everything is connected. I don't know about the TV, but I would say the smart TVs. Now, if you put on your Hogan's Heroes, is something going to pop up? No, I'm not saying there's Easter eggs. There are Easter eggs. I'm terrible. I have Easter eggs all over my videos. They won't catch them for like, I don't know, 30, 40 years. And if you don't know what it is, look it up. I I like to play around. And they're nothing special. They're nothing that some things stick out there. But like I said, keep an eye on what's going on, what enters your space, right? I hope I don't get taken down for what I said. Just a couple bad things. I did want it. I couldn't. Well, I'm not. I wanted to take a nap, but it's not going to happen. I'm probably going to stay up all night now. What time is it? I've been on for almost an hour. I'm going to show the Afghan next time, Jan. I love it so much. I don't want to talk about Atlas AI, guys. It's it's not human. Are you serious? Nothing flies like this going straight. Come on, this is space. People still ridiculously believe, like, you know what? Let's not get into that. Let's not get into that. I always do that, don't I? I go into one from another subject, but a lot of things connect. It just does. But Mama Helen told me you got to stop skipping around. Well, easier said than done. I am not a host. I'm a simple artist that knows politics. Well, no, I love political philosophy. I've always been into political philosophy since I can remember. I just didn't know it was political philosophy, and they didn't have a class. Well, I had one class, and that's when I was like, this is what I am. Holy shit, this class described me. And me and that professor, God, he must have been 81 at the time, 80, 81. We were friends for years. I, s- he had a, he has my paint. Well, he's gone now. But he has my painting. We used to write letters back and forth. And he was Jewish. How do I know? His name was Schwartz. May the Schwartz be with you. Um, no, I don't know. All right, so maybe I will end it. I do predict that New York, yeah, but it would have been out by now if New York cheated, no? All right, I'll do one last thing. So you got these two guys, was it Mark Kelly and Scott Kelly. Mark Kelly trying to make some kind of coup to overturn the government or get at Trump or whatever the hell is going on. I don't know. Then you got, they're both, Scott Kelly and his brother Mark Kelly are both astronauts. Oh, sorry. So they're both astronauts, right? And Scott Kelly, I think his last mission was 2016 or something. I forgot. Brian Craig said it. Dang it. I didn't write it down, did I? He said something about it, him getting the last mission or something like that. But the thing is, the thing is, it was yet another episode, and I've mentioned this before. They take off of movies. Everything. COVID too was a movie and on a few TV shows. All right. On West Wing, Toby Ziegler. He was the director. He was the communications director for the President of the United States, who was Martin, what's his name? Sheen, right? It was supposed to be Rob Lowe's show, but somehow it got to Martin Sheen. He sounded so sophisticated. His shit, if he spoke half the way he did in that show, he'd be intelligent. Martin Sheen and Charlie Sheen. But they're not. They're paid zombies, lemmings, whatever. Had enough adrenochrome. Is he even still alive? I doubt it. He's probably been arrested. So in this show, West Wing, which many of you must know, and which I suggest most of you watch, it is not a Democratic show. I mean, it is, but it's better than the Democrats. It is us now. It is us now. It is mega. I promise you. And I'm beginning to believe that's why West Wing came out because, like I told you, they started this in late 90s, early 2000s. Pretty sure Star Trek was involved. It has to be. I mean, it just can't be. It just can't be. So anyhow, Tony Ziegler, I don't remember the brother's name, the other Ziegler, is up in space, and I think he's either trapped there or he's gonna die or something. And I'm not even, this was a long time ago, but that I watched this. I really haven't watched it in like 10 years, and that is something I'd watch again. Actually, I watched an episode at the dentist. They had the TV on top and you just like watching. But you couldn't hear it. Oh no, no, no. She gave me buds afterwards, working buds. That's right. I could hear it. That was fantastic. Um, I'm not excited. I don't even remember the whole premise, but the fact that he was right, the Toby Ziegler was like buddy buddy with the president since the beginning, since before he was even president. And his brother was an astronaut, and just these, it just, and then there was a wiretapping episode where they wiretapped the president-elect. Guys, guys, it's because it's a movie. Glory, oh glory, hallelujah. Right? Figure it out. Please wake up already. Everything we've been seeing is a movie. We already know Michelle Obama is dead, but you're watching her die from Ozempic. She is dead for two reasons. She would have died from lack of adrenochrome, but they probably killed her before that. And people swore that well, Mama Helen told me it this way that Hillary wouldn't die. She wouldn't die for some reason. Like you could see the devil come out of her. But that might be just a story to rile us up, but isn't it a good one? That's really what they are. They were devil worshippers, guys. We're go It's not politics. I mean, it is. It is politics. But okay, so if you don't want like Muslims in here, then you got to say you don't want Satanists here. We'll have to go over that next time, won't we? Because what's the difference? I'm not comparing Satanism to Muslims. Please don't. I have Muslim friends. I do. Some of them I never knew were even Muslim. You just you grow up, you go to a public school with 4,000, 2,000, 3,000 kids. You think you know what everybody is? Well, you know, you could tell the Chinese maybe, right? No, no, I mean you get kind of used to it. I'm pretty good with the distinguishing where people are from. Not all the time. Sometimes it's hard. All right. It's the last dance, my friends. I hope, I hope we learned something. I didn't even have a joke. I didn't even have a joke for you guys. Oh, that's really sad. I should have told you a joke. I should have had a joke. Oh, there you go. I really do love you guys. Thanks for stopping in. We'll be on soon. I'll get a hold of Dana. Take care all.